There's no other way to put it. Hans is getting smoked, or shall I say he's getting moked.
It's September 2024. The Speed Chess Championship battle for third place. These two big fat losers had just lost to their opponents, Magnus and Ali Reza, so they were fighting for third. This is an absolutely epic encounter, and the match itself left the chess world reeling. What a spanking it was. Wait till the final result, but first let's dive in on this 29 move thrashing. Hans is on the end of it here. What's Hikaru going to dish out? They're playing on computers, but in the same room in Maui, Paris. Let's have a look. Hikaru kicks off with knight f3. The clock times are on the left. It's the 3-minute section. They get a second back per move, or maybe two. No, I think it's one. Now we get knight f6. This is apparently the quiet system. There are a few noisy ones. Hikaru explodes the board with c4, and we get the Caro-Kann defensive structure. Every chess player should have this in their repertoire. More on that later. Now we get a6. Niemann's on a mission to put every pawn on a light square. The queen develops here, and now g6. Carrying on the side quest, building the banana hammock. Hikaru's so impressed he copies over the other side, and after bishop g7, Hikaru tucks this one into bed, and we get castles. Niemann keeping his coach proud. Safe king on move 7, d4 for the score, and this bishop streams out, trying to win the lady. Intercepted, spotted. They're the best cheese masters in the world. Takes, queen recaptures, and knight b to d7. Have you seen a more picture of harmony out of the opening? All your bits out on the board here. If you want to learn to play in such a solid manner like this, then you have to check out Lotus Chess, the #1 opening repertoire tool to learn these solid systems. Not only will it connect to your Lichess and your chess.com, bring in your own games, help you understand how bad you suck, that's very important, but it will then patch the holes in your repertoire, introduce you to new repertoires as well, and by using this awesome crushing move system. So it shows you lines that your actual opponents are likely to play, win games in like 10 moves in some of these lines. It's just outstanding. Plus, it's made by these guys, Max and Raf, genuine chess enthusiasts. I mean, even Agadmator was shouting about them the other day. They're German brothers. They developed this app because they wanted something new on the market. Get it in the link below. It's German engineered. You know it works. You've heard it before. Have a look at that one. I absolutely love it. Let's dive in on this game once more, because Castles was played. No king safety fist bump. No love lost between these guys, and Niemann completes the side quest here. He only goes and wins himself in real life art lesson with the one and only Yasser Ross. Beautiful stuff. Both players improved their rooks. No one likes their queen x-rayed by a rook. And now we see Daenerys guide the third dragon into the battle. Takes his blade. Couple of ponies going into the blender. And after queen takes, another rook hits the center. Good chess by both players. But Niemann now blinks and goes wrong here. He should liberate his position with a pawn break such as this. In a way, it looks tactically impossible, but you can never quite find the time to distract the rook. Say you go like this, well, now you do have to take that bishop. If you try and take the rook first and distract one of the defenders, there's this cute little tactic. Takes, queen drops off the board, no good. So we run back. Here you'd have to send everything into the blender. Just one sample line. It's pure equality. But e5 missed. c5 missed. Instead we get knight f6. Hikaru whispers rook lift. He's in great shape for this match. The knight sidelines itself, very stinky. Threatens a big fork though, but parried. The square now taken, and actually just heading back, one of the better moves. You could consider c5 as well, but neither played. We get this very dubious maneuver. Bishop f6. And now after these rooks double stack, the knight now fianchettos in a very bizarre moment. But how to fight against that? is pawn g4. Always launch Gary down the board, and if you know a Gary, give him a hug. They're a dying breed here in Britain, very few left. Now we see queen c7, h3 to support, and h5, desperate to undermine. Of course, you never take. Give up this square, or first maybe the knight takes, then it can remaneuver. So instead we see queen e4, very minor miss there. You know, you could have centralized the knight first. We're going to crack on with the game, not stop for every miss, according to the all-powerful chess.com mighty engine. Now we see rook d6 and how to improve the position. Love this, beautiful maneuvering. It's bishop c1. The bishop looks so good there, but actually it's looking for a lease of life down here, soon going to threaten the king, and Niemann now just goes completely wrong. One of the better ways to play is doubling the rooks, but you have to stay in and around the king. He goes wandering over to Siberia here, but Hikaru doesn't just not care. He literally doesn't care. Encourages the queen in, she nabs the pawn. You could now play the bishop into this square immediately, but instead he goes queen f4, hitting the bishop, and you should absolutely play like this, and queen takes because there's a pin, and the game goes on from here. Something like this, and you can defend with f6. Very ugly because you shed a pawn, but there is some dynamic play down here. Queen h4 is best, and we'll pause things there. White remains a little better, of course. Very dodgy position for black, but we didn't see bishop takes. We saw instead queen c2, trying to do some tactics on Hikaru here, but it just isn't working in his favour. Can Hikaru spot the winning continuation? He is, of course, getting on a bit. These were Niemann's comments going into this game.
But he's 36. Like, there's going to be a time when Hikaru's sitting in his pineapple shirt and he's not playing chess anymore, and he's just going to have to watch me win tournament after tournament. He's going to be too old to even compete. Like, my reign is going to last so long that he's going to be at the age of, like, just like, he can't even walk anymore, and I'm still going to be winning.
Will Hikaru find the winning move? Can you find it? It's queen takes on f6, leaving an entire rook to drop with check. Now that's rare, and still having a winning continuation.
There's no other way to put it. Hans is getting smoked, or shall I say he's getting moked.
Oh no.
Holy mokes, queen f6 is coming.
Niemann resigns here. It's completely lost. Why? Because there's a threat to now go bishop h6, threaten mate, and then you'd be hitting the queen. Say you save the queen. Well, there was also a double threat to crash through on this pawn. However, this first is best. You're threatening mate, and how do you avoid it? You can check, rook blocks, but there's nothing to do but start doing stupid moves. The knight just can't stay with the square. Here you could even crash through like this, and if instead of moving the queen you try this to cover the f7 point, well, then there's bishop h6 threatening mate, knight e8, and this is a great creeping move. You're now converging here. This one has to jump back, but then you get this queen dropping off the board. The attack still rages. Everything's going to collapse. It's just game over. Crushing 29 move victory there from Hikaru Nakamura, and this is what he went to do on in the entire match. An absolute walloping. What a contest it was. Hope you enjoyed this one, and if you want to see another incredible game from this very match, have a look at the video on screen, and I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.